Alright guys, so here we are for my third round of my online league here on F1 2013, otherwise known as the Australian League. For you guys who are new to the channel, probably won't know or remember the first round that was brought out onto the channel just a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend round 2. I was late by like literally 2 or 3 minutes, and the lobby had actually been filled up with the reserves to replace me. So unfortunately, there's no footage of me in round 2, obviously, because I wasn't there. So that's resulted in some big implications in the championship, because I was leading after Melbourne. I won that race, of course, and then missing Malaysia, that's going to take a heavy toll in the standings. So I think I'm down to third now, about 17 odd points behind the leader. Not too sure who that is. That might be DRT Mode, I'm not too sure. But either way, in this race, we're really going to have to make up for that lost ground. So in this race, it looks like we're going to be doing a 2-stopper, going on to the primes and then the options at the back end of this race. So hopefully, we can have a good race. China could be tough on the tyres, but we'll wait and see on that. Hopefully it's alright. But yeah, as we go out on track now, let's hope for a good race. Alright lads, so here we are on the grid of the Chinese Grand Prix, ready for round 3 of the Australian League. I really need to make some massive inroads into this championship, and it starts with this round. So here we go, waiting for the 5 red lights to go out, and we are away in China. Looks like we got off to a fairly okay start. I think we're going to have to defend from Saggy Kid behind in the Ferrari. We'll stick to the inside so that no one lunges us up the inside, and it looks like Zonky and Shirima are going wheel to wheel through turns 1 and 2. I'm going to take a nice flowing line through there, try and get a better exit, and try and get past these guys on the run up to the second sector now as we come up to this hairpin. I might be able to slide up the inside of one of these guys if they break themselves. They're going to go side by side, so I'm just going to take it easy, let them race, and I'm going to take them both up the inside maybe. Looks like Shirima has got better traction there on the exit, and he maintains the lead there. So in the process there, we've managed to offload Zonky, and now we're up into P2. So now we've just got to work on catching Shirima, just work him over a little bit, let him sort of burn up his tyres, and we'll strike him later on in the race. There's no real rush because we've got off to a nice start, as opposed to Melbourne where that was just absolute mayhem. You guys should go check it out. I managed to come through the field quite nicely after a terrible first lap. But it's completely opposite here in China. We've managed to get off to a nice start, incident-free, which is good to see. And now I can just work on trying to stay with Shirima here, not burn too much fuel. I'm running with aggressive fuel strategy, so I've got to save a lot of fuel in this race, and I'm going to do that a lot through the first part of this stint. So hopefully by the time I get to the second stint, I can push, burn a lot of fuel, and just pull away really. That's if I get past Shirima, who is showing a lot of pace in this round. In qualifying, he was much faster than me. I think he was 2 or 3 tenths faster. And he put in a really good lap, and I put in a good lap too, but Shirima was just too good in qualifying. But now it looks like he's pulling away a little bit, probably put it up into fast. I'm still in lean at the moment, but he's run wide, he's stuffed up turn 1, and that's given me the lead so far in this race. So that's not what you need when you're leading a race, just making a little unforced error like that. And I think he might have actually dropped down to third. He's still in second. So yeah, that's not what you want at the start of the race, but in terms of our race, that's perfection there. And now we've got a nice little handy lead, and we can just pull away. On lap 8, I decided to put it up into fast, just burn a little fuel, try and stretch out a little bit of a gap before the pit stops, because it looks like a 2-stopper is probably not going to be on the cards. The tyre wear is actually pretty terrible right now, and considering I only did 1 flying lap on my qualifying starting tyres, they're just absolutely gone at this stage. And here we are on lap 12. Everyone else is pitted who started on the option tyres. Saggy Kid started on primes, but he's going to stay out a little bit longer on his primes. But my option tyres are absolutely gone right now. You can see the graining on them, all the marbles on there. which is more sensitive to being picked up by the tyres when the tyres are this worn. So in theory, it's actually more like a snowball effect when the tyres are this worn. So it's not what you want at this phase of the race. But coming through here, we've had a massive lock up there into the hairpin, and that's not going to do our lap time any favours there. We're already 1.419 seconds down before that mistake happened. So we're probably going to drop about 3 or 4 seconds here to the leaders, which is disappointing. We did have a massive lead, which is what I was trying to use to my advantage. I was trying to stay out those extra laps. I was allowing second and third place to eke into my lead a little bit, just so that I could have fresher tyres for the rest of this race. It buys me flexibility in terms of what I'm going to do for the future laps of this race. So by those guys who have undercut me, I think they might struggle later on in the race, or maybe even have to switch to a 4-stopper. So that's going to be pretty telling in this race. Hopefully it works out for me, but in the short term it's actually cost me track position to Saggy and Chirima. So if you factor out that mistake on the last lap, I think we probably would have just rejoined in front of him. But thankfully Saggy, who hasn't stopped yet, he's still on those old worn primes, he's holding up Chirima a treat. So this is allowing me to catch up to the back of this battle. And despite my tyres being pretty cold and pretty average at this stage, I'm actually catching up to these guys fairly quickly. So hopefully Saggy is putting up a massive fight here. He's still holding position on Chirima right now, so that's good to see. Chirima gets through there for first place, so now I've got to focus on getting past Saggy. But Chirima looks like he almost pulls off to the side there and lets Saggy kid back through. So maybe he was readdressing some kind of pass or a takeout or contact or something. So that's allowed me to get position 2, and now I'll focus on trying to get past Saggy as soon as possible. And I've already got it done before the straight starts. On the Snell section there, Saggy just had no traction compared to my newer tyres, and I've just flown into the lead of this race. I'm going to put it up into fast, use all my curves. I might have DRS, yes I do, so that allows me to pull away, but I think Chirima's going to have DRS too. He's got a taller 7th gear, so he might lunge it up the inside, but I brake as late as possible, and probably too late there. We've got a poor exit, but I think Chirima is just going to stick in behind for now. So I'm going to put it up into fast, try and maintain track position for now, and try and, just break out of that DRS 1 second window, because, you can end up slipstreaming some guy for laps on end if you don't break out of that slipstream. So I think I've done that now, lap on, what am I saying? On lap 16, I've managed to break out of that window now, and I think Chirima has actually dropped back quite a bit. I think he might have actually made a mistake, so a little bit disappointing for him. A lot of these guys in this league are very fast, but sometimes they just make mistakes at the wrong times, or they don't make the right strategy calls, which allows me to stretch out my leads sometimes. So here we are on lap 27. We're coming in for our second pit stop of the day, and switching to a 3-stopper, I've decided to sort of balance out my remaining stints of the race. So I've got 3 sets of primes I'm going to use for the rest of this race, and I've sort of balanced them out to do about 15 laps on each. So hopefully that works out. My tyre wear shouldn't be too bad at the end of the stints. Just going back on to my last stint, my tyre wear was getting fairly bad, but it wasn't so bad that I was losing a whole lot of time. They didn't fall off the cliff, but they were pretty close to it. So even if I did stretch out my option stint to however long I did, I would never have been able to make a 2-stopper work. The tyre wear is just so bad around here. So if you guys are thinking about doing a 2-stopper for a 100% race around Shanghai, don't do it. It's a trap. It's not going to be possible without doing some kind of glitching or something. But anyway, here we are on that 42. I think we're going to come in now for our final pit stop of the day. No, 1 lap later on 43. So I was struggling for those last 2 laps for some reason. The marble build-up off track is gradually getting worse as the race gets on. So it's easier for you to wear your tyres out. I find that if you go on the marbles, it actually wears out your tyres a little bit. That might just be me, but I have this superstition that maybe the marbles do wear out your tyres, but who knows, maybe you guys can let me know on that, but that's just my theory. But rejoining the track on lap 44, we've still got the lead. I think we've got like a 40 odd second lead, so that's a pretty handy lead at the moment. I've just been and driving with a bit of controlled aggression, trying to push but not making too many risks, and that's just allowed me to pull away a little bit. Yeah, 25 seconds. So I think I was about 40 seconds in the lead before that pit stop, but making the stop put me down to 25 seconds. So I think Shirima and the rest of the field will have to stop once more, so that might reshuffle things again as we get past Bandcamp, I think it was, who I don't actually think I don't think he saw me. I actually think there was a lot of lag in this race. There was definitely a lot of people complaining about it, generally at the start of the race in game chat. So thankfully I was able to stay away from all that crap. And yeah, look at the Lotus on the left-hand side. That's my teammate Recon. But that's not actually him. That's some kind of glitch from the latest patch where people get slow car glitches, or just glitches where someone's car is just off to the track. But this is going to be my fastest lap of the race. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you guys enjoy this hot lap, and I'll talk to you guys after the lap is done.
Someone's gone off. We have waved yellows in sector 2.
So there you have it, guys. That's a hot lap of Shanghai in China. We managed to do a 1:35.265. I believe my qualifying time was a 34.5. So only 7/10 away in the race. You'd probably expect that, since there's a lot more grip down on the track now compared to qualifying. And the time gained from DRS in qualifying isn't that great on this game, so you can get away with it. But here we are in the last lap. There's a bit of cloud cover and a bit of overcast conditions, so it's allowed the track to cool out. But in this race, we managed to come away with the win, our second of the season. I think we'll be back into the lead of this championship. So hope you guys have enjoyed this race. Probably not the most exciting in terms of racing and battling, but it was very strategic in trying to manage your tyres, your fuel, that sort of thing. I definitely enjoyed this style of race. So yeah, if you guys are ever bored on F1 2013, give 100% race a go in career mode, or just Grand Prix mode, really, because you'd be surprised at how fun the strategy side of the game is with regards to managing your tyres and stuff. But that's been this episode of my online league race. I'll be continuing my career mode series very soon, so stay tuned for that.